Do you have any questions for a sohbet? Yes. If I have answer, I will give. Say. Let's see.
What was the most happiest moment that you had with Shefan? And what was the saddest and emotional moment that you had with him?
Just because this is his urs, we have to go there. I don't want to. Oh. Astaghfirullah. Let me ask you a question. What was the happiest day of your life with Shah Effendi? When you met him, that was your happiest day. What was your saddest day? When he was veiled. Okay. Kind of the same with me. Maybe. No, it's very different, my answer. Yeah. Well, what about you, Aslan? What was the happiest day? Saturday morning. The day that he was veiled. Yeah. Who else? What about you, Osman? My happiest day was when he was veiled. I was very happy for him. He doesn't have to deal with betrayers, traitors, slanderers, cheaters, liars, people who make trouble for him, cause so much pain to him physically, spiritually, health-wise, in so many ways. People who are harming him, torturing him with the faces of angels. That was the happiest day because his power is unleashed. He is Sahibul Saif. That sword is taken out. You want me to take out the sword? I feel very shy to take out. This is not mine, it's his sword. That was my happiest day. For him. I mean, it was very sad for me. But I was very happy for him. So that was the happiest day and was also the saddest day. But I'm thinking too, why am I sad? Why am I sad? Because he's no longer here physically? I'm sad? I was more frightened and scared than sad. I did not allow myself to get sad, really. There's time enough to get sad later. Because suddenly this weight is put on our shoulders. I'm shy to say it's put on my shoulders. No, not all of us on our shoulders. But I was fearful because I know I cannot carry it. I was fearful because I don't want to fail and for sure Effendi to be upset with me. I was scared because our Shaykh's training, the way that he trained me too, he didn't leave a book, for me to follow. He didn't write letters for me to follow. He didn't even so many times pull me aside to say, watch this, so that I know what to do after he passes. All I had to do was to watch, to observe, to understand. Then anything that is necessary is put in our hearts. Now I have to take it out. I have to use every energy, every understanding, the faith that I have, turn that off, to be able to pull it out. Now I have to hold on to him stronger after his past. Do you understand? So, of course, as a person, we lost our Shaykh. That is the biggest nightmare that anyone can have. That your Shaykh is going to pass before you do. But now, I understand that his time has come, his station was raised for his work to be bigger and more important than just a few hundred or a few thousand or even 1 billion people if he was in charge of it physically here. His work is much, much, much bigger than that. I understood that now he has been sent to behind the mountain of Kaf to prepare for the things that he has been telling us that he was preparing us for, preparing this whole world for. So I know his station has been raised. I know the sword is taken out. I know from that time until now, Dajjals are going crazier and crazier. Shaitan is going crazier and crazier because they know their time is very limited too. In these 5 years that has happened since he passed, you did not see this kind of changes, this kind of evil, this kind of confusion in this world. You haven't seen in these 5 years in all the time that you've lived in this world, correct or not? At least I can speak for myself. It's like suddenly the floodgates are open. And Shaitan, they're very happy thinking now we can do whatever we want, but in reality they are desperate because their time is getting short. Because the appearances of that Sahib is going to come. And more we have to sit and we have to continue. So I was fearful because my connection to him also, it is more with the work. I didn't trust my emotions so much. That's how it was with me. Because you may have emotions. What if these emotions are taken away? What do you have left? What do you have left? So many people, they're claiming they love, but when that is not there, you have nothing to prove that love, correct? So, I look at myself, I distrust my emotions anyway. I say, if you really love him that much, then why are you still doing this? Why are you not doing that? I'm not sitting around beating myself up. I'm just saying, now, of course I want him to be pleased with us. Of course, on the one hand, we have so much more that we have yet to do. So many things we did not complete. But there are certain things that are here since 5 years that I'm excited to show him. It's just thinking, like, one of the things I'm excited to show is like, I want to show him Ramadan. I was thinking, if I show Shevin Ramazan, Shevin will be so happy. He's going to say, oh, how did you get this one? I say, it's you. Shevin will love him very much. Spend long time talking to him. You just have to be patient and wait until he comes. There's so many things I can show. See, this one, this thing we did, this thing we did. He says, ha, ha, ha. Because in these 5 years also, he has opened so many things for us to do that being with him for 20 years, we have not seen it open. Nothing to do with us. It has to do with him opening it. The sword is taken out. Understand? Because they say when the awliya Allah, they are in this world, it is like a sword inside the sheath. But when they pass from this world, it's like the sword is taken out. The full power is there. He has trained us enough. He would be gone for months, sometimes for 1 year, almost. He comes back, and then we show him this, and he gets really happy. So, I'm getting busy with that a little bit. Yes?
Of course, you take all the words that Sheikh Effendi was saying very seriously. Like, is there any nasihat that he gave you, Lokman, and the way he said, don't forget this? Is there anything that you remember?
Say, don't forget anything. I'm serious. If anything was missing, he would turn to me first. Why is this happening? Anything. From kitchen to barn to masjid to zikr. If somebody goes off, he's going to turn to me, like I'm the one who did it. Why I'm not making sure this doesn't happen. So I'm hearing his voice very clearly, because now, as much as I'm serious, okay? I'm not saying like, oh, subhanAllah, every time, 24 hours. No, especially when it comes to official things like this. I'm very particular. The words that I use, how I sound, where I look, which foot I'm stepping on, which foot I'm getting off, what I'm going to receive, what is necessary, what words to choose, who is here, who is not here, what do they need. Why are you saying this sohbat when this one doesn't understand? Why are you opening that? Why you don't know this one is going through something in his life and you're not giving something? So I'm not hearing his voice when he was alive, physically telling me what the wasiyat is. I'm hearing it, especially here at the dargah when I come, very clearly. Not claiming his speaking to me like that, like some people. Walking now, and I say, when is this going to finish? I know if I finish this, Shafi, it will be happy. Things like that. Why are you not sitting down talking to people? Things like that. And this is not special for me too. This is for everyone. Why are you not washing this one up? Why are you not throwing that one out? So, all these things, inshallah, I'm remembering and I'm doing as much as I can. I'm very weak. So many times we fail. But we continue and we try. And I'm not taking that as an excuse to, oh, I'm weak, I failed, so I'm going to do a bad job. No, that's not how I was raised. That's not how I look to life. That is not how Chef Andy is training me. Whatever we do, it has to be 100%, as much as we can. He never asked me any reason. If I offer him any reason, he doesn't like it, much less an excuse. I can ask anyone here who has been with Chef Andy and me, if they ever hear me trying to give excuse when Chef Andy says, why is this like this, why is that like that? You speak. If people are saying that, Hojam, you always give reasons for him, you always argue with him, or you always give excuses, say. Somebody else does something, and then I'm blamed. And I understand, because if I'm supposed to watch over things here a little bit when he is gone, then I must know that one is doing it. Then I must take precaution. So I understand that too. Of course, it's not that easy. So I don't do that. So, no excuse. That's why so many times I'm saying, no excuse. You have something, fix it. You know what? I already know what the excuse is. Fix the matter first. Like I said 5 years ago, when Chef Andy was veiled, I said, now we come to the point where any one of you who have sat and met him, and if you were to go, you are representing him. And people will hear of Chef Andy, they see his videos or whatever, but once they know, you're a murid, you took bayat with him, you live at the dargah, they want to go to you more. So you are going to represent him. I'm not saying I'm the only one representing him. So I said, now you have to take your work seriously. Because some of you, you're going to go out. Eventually, all of us, we're going to travel. We're not going to stay here. At the very least, you're going to meet people from the outside who's going to ask you about Sahib al-Saif. So now we have to take our work a little bit seriously. And I said, now, in order to take that seriously, I can only speak about my own experience. I can only speak about the knowledge from my own experience. And this is my experience. It's a little bit tough. It's a little bit unusual. But I'm going to share you my experience. And I said, now I'm going to show you what Chef Andy a little bit has showed me, how he has trained me to be a Hoja. It wasn't that easy for people too. It's testing people's sincerity. It's testing people's love towards me. It wasn't that easy, because everyone has their own way of dealing with Chef Andy also. And now I said, look, we have this job. I know your relationship with Chef, but we have this job to do. Now, I'm going to train you how to do that job. Chef Andy never trained me that way. Yeah, because you did not have that job. Because Chef Andy was here physically. Now we have to have that job. Now I'm going to teach you the way that he taught me. He said, I make everyone to be Hojas. And everyone, especially if they're close to Chef, and they have to go through a period where they are like, things have to get shaken. My intention is clean. Inshallah, it's clean, it's pure. I'm not doing it for any reason other than to please Chef Andy with this. Now, if you can see that sincerity and understand that sincerity, then however way that I show you, whether it is through easy way or through hard way, then you know that this is necessary. You just have to pass through that phase, that stage. Now you have to make some strong connection to the way that Chef Andy has taught me how we're going to do things. Understand? We're not here having a museum tariqat too. I could have done that. Museum tariqat. So many things have happened. I didn't have to do that. I could have made it very easy and just maintained the status quo, same way that when Sheikh Effendi left 5 years ago, correct? That would be safer. Nobody can accuse me of doing anything new. Just keep everything, same way. But I know it's not right, and you know it's not right. And we know that Sheikh Effendi does not want it to be like that. So the principles have to remain the same. The foundation is the same, but now the building has to get better. It's not changing, it's getting better, it's expanding. Sheikh Effendi didn't speak too much to me directly for me to say, this is his special advice to me. Everything I wanted was in his sohbat. Everything I wanted was how he was dealing with people, situations. And there's so much there. And I learned so much, and there's so much more that I'm yet to share and to give. But everything in its own time, inshallah. Why do you think I'm wearing this tonight? It's not that easy, to wear. Just wear something nice, simple, easy. It's much better. Eyes are not on you. You're not so uncomfortable. Why am I wearing this? You say. It was his wedding. Sheikh Effendi wore this. And the urz is the wedding. And it is a celebration. When is our urz? When is our wedding celebration? Reunion with our Sheikh. When is that? Are we preparing for that? Everything that we've been doing for 5 years is in preparation for that. And every urz, I'm going to ask myself, am I ready now to commit that I've done everything? Am I ready or not? So, here's the reason. Inshallah, may it be accepted. Yeah, sometimes I'll speak softly, I'll speak nicely. Sometimes if it's necessary, I'm going to scream, I'm going to shout. It doesn't matter. And we see Sheikh Effendi doing the same, and I understood the reason. And I don't do something like that. I'm not that kind of a person to do something like that, just like that, without thinking, without being careful. People who know me, they know I don't behave that way also. But sometimes it doesn't matter who is in front. If you're in a position to teach, if you're a teacher, you have to teach what is right and what is wrong. If you're a math teacher, it doesn't matter if your student is your mother or your grandfather. If he makes a mistake, you have to say this is a mistake. Correct or no? I cannot say, oh, because he's my grandfather, I cannot say he made a mistake. No, you're a teacher, you have to say. This is how Sheikh Effendi is training me. I don't jump to correct people. I sit and I wait. And I pray, and I give signs. This is what we see Sheikh Effendi doing. When it comes to the point where nothing else works, then that has to work. That is the limit, that time person sits back. Understand? So, if there's something I may say, it is just being careful. I'm careful. And once you take precautions, which is farz, once you take the precautions, then that time, after you've taken the precautions, whatever you need to do, You say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Yallah, you just do. You've taken all the precautions already. At that time, when you execute it, you don't look back at all. That is not the time to doubt, to look back, to ask questions. All of that is before. When the time comes, you go. Just like a soldier. Shaykh Effendi was a Ghazi. We went through some training ourselves, me. So we understand. Those of you who have gone through military training, you understand. If you've gone through military training for a time, you understand that certain things, when it happens, you cannot use half of your brain. It has to turn off. Something else has to click in. You cannot even question, correct? You have to turn that off. And something else kicks in. Then you can do your work. It is not civilian mentality. You become a soldier, you have to have submission. So Shaykh Effendi made us to go through all of that. And it makes sense now to be in his presence and to continue in his way. Then we see, oh, now I understand why I went through that. Now I understand. Now I understand. Nothing is wasted. Alhamdulillah. I think this much is enough. And I don't wear this often, but because it is Shaykh in his urs, I'm wearing this and hoping to get some blessings, and for anyone who sees it, because I cannot really see this, although I'm wearing it. You are the ones who's benefiting, it's not me. And if anything that we are doing is reminding you of Shaykh Effendi, there is a blessing to you, and there's a blessing to me. May we be clear, and may we be straight. May we have honor, and may our nose never be down, but always be up for haqq, inshallah. Fatiha. Why I was wearing a wolf? Well, that's another thing, another wedding. Maybe people are saying so many weird things. People are saying all these clothes that we made, that I actually made for Shaykh Effendi. That he liked and he was wearing it. People are saying, oh, now he is taking all the money of the dargah and making clothes for himself. They used to say that of Shaykh Effendi too. They used to be very jealous. They used to be jealous of Shaykh Effendi even drinking water. So you think they're not going to be jealous and saying slandering things about me? Of course they're going to be. There's some meaning there. You know, that we're wearing wolf. We haven't worn dragon yet. When the time comes, inshallah. As much as enough. Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.